Have you ever felt like you're spinning your wheels at the gym? You're putting in the hours, lifting heavy, sweating through every session, but when you look in the mirror, the progress just isn't there. You're eating clean, tracking your macros, getting enough protein, but those stubborn muscles just refuse to grow. It's one of the most frustrating feelings for anyone serious about fitness. You start to question everything, your routine, your diet, your genetics. But what if the culprit isn't in the gym or the kitchen? What if it's something you redoing after your workout that silently sabotaging all your hard work? The reason might just shock you because it's a common social habit that many of us don't think twice about. We often hear about the obvious downsides of alcohol. It's full of empty calories, it can dehydrate you, and a night of drinking can definitely ruin your sleep quality. All of these things are bad for recovery, no doubt. But the real damage, the thing that directly puts the brakes on your muscle gains, goes much deeper. It's a direct biological roadblock. When you finish a tough workout, your body initiates a critical recovery process. This is the magic window where the real growth happens. Think of your muscle fibers. During training, you create tiny micro tears in them. It sounds bad, but this is the necessary stimulus for growth. In response, your body kicks off a process called muscle protein synthesis, or MPS. This is your body's natural construction crew coming in to repair those damaged muscle fibers. But it doesn't just patch them up. It rebuilds them stronger and thicker than before. This is how you build muscle, get stronger, and achieve that toned, defined look you're working for. MPS is the absolute cornerstone of muscle hypertrophy. Now here's where the problem starts. When you introduce alcohol into your system, especially in that post-workout window, it acts like a saboteur, throwing a wrench directly into the gears of your body's repair machinery. Alcohol doesn't just slow down the process. It actively disrupts muscle protein synthesis at the cellular level. It interferes with the key signaling pathways, like the mTOR pathway, which is essentially the master regulator for muscle growth. Think of it as the foreman of your body's construction site. Alcohol basically tells the foreman to send the workers home, even when there's a critical construction project that needs to be completed. The building materials, which are the amino acids from the protein you eat, are all there ready to be used. But with alcohol in your system, the signal to start building is severely blunted. And this isn't just bro science or a wild guess. This is backed by solid scientific research. Multiple studies have explored this exact scenario, and the findings are consistently clear and pretty alarming for anyone serious about their fitness. In one key study, researchers had participants go through a strenuous workout. Afterward, they were given a post-workout meal with plenty of protein, exactly what you're supposed to do. But one group also consumed alcohol. The results were staggering. Even with adequate protein intake, the group that consumed alcohol showed a significant reduction in their rate of muscle protein synthesis. We're talking about a drop of nearly 40% in some cases. Let that sink in. You could be doing everything else right, crushing your workout, eating the perfect post-workout meal, but having a few drinks can slash your muscle building potential by almost half. It's like putting in 100% effort for a 50% return. What is even more concerning is that this negative effect isn't just a short-term blip that lasts a few hours. The disruptive impact of alcohol on your recovery and growth can linger in your system for a surprisingly long time. Research suggests that the suppression of muscle protein synthesis can last for up to 48 hours after drinking. That means for 2 full days after you have a few beers, your body's ability to repair and build muscle is compromised. This has a massive ripple effect on your entire fitness journey. It leads directly to slower recovery between workouts. You'll feel more sore for longer. It means you'll experience fewer strength gains session over session. That plateau you can't seem to break through? This could be why. Over time, this translates to smaller, less developed muscles. You're essentially working against yourself. And because your body isn't recovering properly, you'll feel more fatigued and less prepared for your next workout, which can lead to a downward spiral of lackluster performance and motivation. Let's put this into a real-world perspective. Imagine you train hard on a Friday afternoon. You're feeling great, you hit some personal records, and you've triggered that all-important muscle-building stimulus. Then you go out with friends to celebrate the end of the week and have a few drinks. You might think it's harmless, a well-deserved reward. But biologically, you've just slammed the door on the recovery process you worked so hard to initiate. All day Saturday and even into Sunday, your body is still struggling to get back to its optimal muscle building state. By the time your system is fully clear and ready to build again, you might already be heading into your next workout, never having fully capitalized on the last one. You can train with perfect consistency, hitting the gym 4 or 5 times a week. You can have your nutrition dialed in, tracking every calorie and gram of protein. But if you're regularly consuming alcohol after your workouts, you can still make zero progress. It's the invisible brake that's holding you back, leaving you stuck in a frustrating cycle of effort without reward. Now, does this mean you have to become a complete teetotaler and never enjoy a drink again? Not necessarily. The goal here isn't to be extreme, but to be smart and strategic. It's about understanding the trade-offs. The key is timing and moderation. If muscle growth is your absolute top priority, then avoiding alcohol, especially in the 24 to 48 hours after a tough workout, is your best bet. This is your prime recovery window. Don't compromise it. If you are going to have a drink, try to schedule it on a rest day, as far away from a training session as possible. And be mindful of the amount. A single drink will have a much smaller impact than several. It's about making informed choices that align with your goals. Are you willing to trade a significant portion of your potential gains for a few drinks? For many people serious about their progress, the answer is a clear no. So the next time you feel like you're stuck in a rut, take an honest look at your post-workout habits. If your progress feels stalled, despite all your hard work in the gym and dedication in the kitchen, that post-workout beer or celebratory drink might just be the invisible brake you need to release. Train smart, but more importantly, recover smarter. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more tips to maximize your results.